Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to today's installment of Renegades Reviews. I am the Renegade J.J. Williams, here to bring you my thoughts on the next chapter of the Friday the 13th saga. Today I'm going to be talking about Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. And before I get to the review, I just have to preface this with this. This is only the second time I've seen this movie. I watched it last year for the first time when I was doing my original Road to Halloween. Just having moved to Upland and was just kind of trying to get settled in and watch all the horror movies I had building up to Halloween, which is kind of what inspired me to do this once I got this new audio show launched on the Casa D18 Studios channel. And I remember vividly going to the theaters with my dad when this movie was either coming out or had just come out. And we went to, at the time it was called the Lakewood Center Theaters South. And I remember seeing the poster in the lobby when we went to go see Big Top Pee-wee. I don't remember if it was a choice between this and Big Top Pee-wee, or if we just saw the poster. That part I don't recall. But I remember wanting to see this back then, and my dad, trying to be the good father that he's always been to me, didn't want me to see a quote-unquote horror movie at that age. I was probably about 11 or 12 at the time. Hadn't quite gone into high school yet. So I wasn't able to see it. Many, many years passed. As we all know and has been established, my friend Bruce is a big horror movie fan, specifically Friday the 13th and Halloween, but all good horror movies. So I just never saw this movie. I don't know why. We would always watch like the original 4 Friday the 13th, but we would never get far enough to get to this one. Had my dad taken me to see this when I was younger, I don't think it would have been a big deal, because this movie is really bad. And not even really bad in a kind of good way. It's just bad. The title is Jason Takes Manhattan, but maybe only about 20% of the movie takes place in New York. The other 80% is on the ocean, on a ship going from Crystal Lake to New York. The majority of the body count is on the ship. There's a few kills once we get to New York, which I'll talk about those in a second, at least briefly, so as to not give away too much to people that haven't seen this yet. But a good majority of all the deaths and everything happens on the ship. Kane Hodder returns in the role of Jason Voorhees for this one, as he will for Jason Goes to Hell, which we'll be talking about tomorrow, and Jason X, which we'll be talking about the day after. Jensen Daggett, Martin Cummins, Gordon Curie, Peter Mark Richmond, a young Kelly Hu is in this movie. The general synopsis, and this is literally all that's written on IMDb about it. A passing boat bound for New York pulls Jason Voorhees along for the ride. Look out, New York, here comes hell in a hockey mask. This movie, as opposed to the last movie, The New Blood, really kind of re-emphasizes the, for lack of a better term, Super Cena-esque part of Jason. The man gets about 5 or 6 bullets emptied into him at close range, barely flinches. He gets into a fisticuffs battle with one of the guys, and barely flinches every time he's punched. And then Jason throws a punch, and with one punch lobs the guy's head off. You know, it very, very, very hokey. The music was just about as cheesy. The band Metropolis did the title song called The Darkest Side of the Night. Apparently the director wanted them to write a song reminiscent of Robert Plant. I think they failed personally. According to the documentary, New York Has a Problem, the making of Jason Takes Manhattan. This was yet another sequel that was supposed to be the final film, but as we all know, it wasn't. This was also, though, the last to be distributed by Paramount, because between this and Jason Goes to Hell, New Line picks up the distribution, which is how we have the Freddy Jason crossover that we'll be getting to a lot later on. What do you guys think of Jason Takes Manhattan? Do you guys enjoy it? Do you guys not enjoy it? Is it so bad as it's good, or is it just it's so bad it shouldn't even really ever be named? It's just that horrible. Let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. Put your movie requests that you want me to review in the comment box. Let me know what you want me to talk about on the road to Halloween, be it a Halloween-themed movie or a horror movie. I will do my best to get to them between now and Halloween. I did get a request here on YouTube for the Ghostbusters movies, Ghostbusters 1 and 2. I will be getting to those as soon as possible. I might go ahead and do them as soon as I'm done with the Friday the 13th movies, just to get them done so that too much time doesn't get away from us. Tweet the movies you want me to review at ROWJJWilliams. Request my movie list there so I can send you which horror movies I have so I can do those for you. And until tomorrow, when I talk to you about Jason Goes to Hell, the 9th installment of the Friday the 13th saga, I am the Renegade J.J. Williams here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, and I look forward to bringing you guys another episode of my show tomorrow. I'll talk to you then.